Hello everybody, this is Dr. Cole. It's Sunday afternoon, April 3rd, and we are moving now into week 5 of Political Science 1013 on the second 8-week schedule for the spring 2022 term. Everybody, we're running a discussion. This is our second discussion of the term. It began yesterday, Saturday. We'll be running through today and tomorrow, ending at midnight tomorrow, Monday, about the Constitution and the issue of amending the Constitution. And the author of the article you were reading thinks it needs to be somewhat easier to amend the Constitution. So think about that and exactly what changes, if any, you would like to see in the Constitution. I mentioned some possibilities in the message I sent out assigning this discussion, so take a look at that and see what you think. And contribute to that discussion at least twice if you can by midnight Monday, and I will be contributing my 2 cents worth later this evening, Sunday, and on into tomorrow. Later this week then, everybody, Friday, we have our midterm exam, our second exam, that will cover Units 3 and 4. Unit 3 on the mass media, Unit 4 on the Constitution. Okay, very, very briefly. In Unit 3 on the media, we tried to cover the different kinds of media, okay, new media and old media, broadcast, print, and internet-based, social media, websites, and issues that come up in media coverage, especially the issue of bias in the media. Then in Unit 4, which is much longer, we tried to lay out the circumstances under which the Constitution came about. Be sure to look at in the Appendix C textbook the 2 Federalist papers. You'll see those discussed in the class notes. We try to go through the Constitution in some detail. The original 7 articles, the Bill of Rights, the 3 amendments that were added after the Civil War, the so-called Civil War amendments, especially the 14th Amendment, and the 25th Amendment, which was added after President Kennedy's assassination to deal with a situation in which we might need to make the vice president the acting president in a situation in which the president might have become disabled. Okay. Then, to wind up Unit 4, we discussed the topics of civil rights, civil liberties, and federalism, all of which are treated in separate chapters in your textbook that are assigned for this exam, chapters 3, 4, and 5, after you look at chapter 2 on the Constitution itself. You have 3 articles to look at. Expect 10 or 15 items on those articles, true, false items. You have a lengthy article from the Atlantic Monthly going back a year or 2, I believe, by Professor Danielle Allen of Harvard University. Professor Allen is an African American. These days, many African Americans have a sort of wary attitude of the Constitution, but Professor Allen professes quite a bit of affection for the Constitution. So look at your article you're assigned and see what she thinks about that. You have 2 articles assigned, fairly short articles about the media. One of them is about Facebook, and the other is about cable news and its coverage of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. All right, so that's our material for the exam. You'll find a link to the exam in the modules area of the course website under Unit 4. You'll have 45 minutes to take the exam, 50 items. Let's see, 10 or 15 true, false, maybe 12, I don't remember exactly, but the rest, 10 or 15 multiple choice, the rest true, false. Okay, 10 or 15 of those true, false items dealing with the articles you've been assigned by Professor Allen and the ones about Facebook and about media coverage of the conflict in Europe. All right, so that's the material for the exam. The exam will be Friday for 45 minutes. Take it anytime Friday, 24 hours. After we wind up the discussion this week that will continue on through this afternoon and evening Sunday and wind up midnight tomorrow, Monday. So please try to contribute to that discussion twice before midnight tomorrow, Monday. And then our exam will take place on Friday, covering Units 3 and 4 on the media and the Constitution. Okay? 10 or 15 multiple choice items, the rest true, false. 10 or 15 of those true, false items covering the readings that you were assigned. 1 lengthy article about the Constitution and 2 shorter ones about the mass media. So that will be Friday. after we finish up our discussion that will continue through this afternoon and this evening and Monday. And once we take the exam on Friday, I'll be getting some material out to you about Unit 5 on the presidency. Unit 5 and 6 will be our subject matter for our third exam. We'll talk to you about Unit 5 on the presidency when we talk to you a week from now at this time. So good luck on your discussion and your exam. Take it easy. Study hard. We'll talk to you next week.